Hello, my name is Dr. Kelsea Visalli, and I am one of the counselors at Wesleyan's CAPS, Counseling and Psychological Services. I wanted to put together a video of tips and tools to support and manage your mental health during this stressful and unusual time of social distancing. Some of the tools in the video will hopefully be helpful and feel useful for you, and others may seem silly or not that helpful. Totally fine, just take it or leave it. Whatever fits for you, go with. What doesn't, just leave it. Hopefully something in this video is helpful, so let's get right into it.
It's extremely normal to feel anxiety and worries during times that are uncertain and unpredictable. However, if all of our energy is getting sucked into ruminating and worrying, one tip we can do is try to focus on the areas that we do have control and leave our energy out of the areas that we don't have as much control. Try making your own list of the areas that you have control over and focus energy there. Start your morning routine the night before by picking a time that you're consistently going to go to sleep. It could be really easy to start sleeping until noon, but you actually throw off your circadian rhythm when you do that.
Today too. Now it's really easy to overcomplicate visualizations. The best way of doing it is to imagine that visualization is it's happening automatically. You don't really need to do anything. It's just something that's running there in the mind, and sometimes you're aware of it, present with it, and other times you're distracted. As soon as you realize you're distracted, you just gently bring the mind back again.
Another helpful tool is spending 5 or so minutes reading, writing, or repeating out loud affirmations. Many people find affirmations to be awkward at first, but there's actually a lot of evidence to show that they can positively frame your mindset and day. For those of you who are motivated by reward or tracking systems, I highly suggest keeping track of your morning routines. See how in column 1 I've labeled Monday, and I'm keeping track of all of the amount of minutes I'm spending in each area so that I can review my mood at the end of the week. Not everyone may have access to this blessing, so if you have a trail that you can get out on, even just for 5 minutes, go get some vitamin D. I've met a lot of people who tell me I'm not an at-home workout type of person, and honestly, at-home workouts have never been my fave, but I've recently found some really helpful YouTube videos and different apps that have different workout ideas, and honestly, use a pet. Anything around the house that has weight can be helpful. All jokes aside, though, at-home workouts can really boost your energy and your mood.
Motivation tool that you can use from home, whether it's doing homework, working out, making a healthy meal, is creating an accountability group. So 2 of you would work, but the more the better, in my opinion, where you pick a time the night before that you're going to wake up and do your workout, or wake up and make your breakfast together or study together. And then you have the motivation to actually get up if you planned on meeting them at 9. So you can meet on FaceTime, Zoom, Skype, any of those. And if you're doing something that requires your focus, you can mute yourself and they can mute themselves so that you can see them working out or studying, but their noises aren't distracting you. And then when you want to take a break, you can actually have a little chat with them or share a funny meme or something like that. This is a way to kind of give you that motivation and that accountability that you might not have being at home, and also meets your social needs. So I highly suggest this self-care tool.
A lot of times on campus, you might not have access to the foods you want to make, so take the time to learn some new recipes. Practice baking, cooking, and learning what recipes you can make out of the food that's in your pantry. If and when you go to the grocery, have a list of what you need so you don't have to make frequent trips. try cooking for your family, and also asking them if there's any recipes they could share with you.
I hope you find some of the tips mentioned in this video to be helpful. If you're feeling a little stir crazy, have a little bit more spare time than usual, I highly suggest jumping into a new hobby or something you've always wanted to learn. There's plenty of new apps, or old apps too, that you can learn new languages or different skill sets, so take advantage of the time. I also suggest limiting your media exposure. So while it's important to stay aware of what's going on in the world, there also is a level of anxiety that can create too much distress and weaken your immune system. Focus your energy, like I said earlier in the video, on the areas you do have control over, like washing your hands, social distancing, limiting the amount of times you go to the store. I really hope that you stay well during this time, and feel free to check out the CAPS Wesleyan page for some uploads regarding some of the different PDFs that I mentioned throughout the video. Take care.